We grew up on mixtapes and neon lights.
Hey there, everybody. We are the Globetrotting Trio. I'm Amy.
I'm Shelley.
Hello, I'm Tammy. One of these days, we're going to do it backwards and freak everybody out.
We should. All right.
Yeah, we
Oh,
totally
We'll
do
just
it.
surprise him. We won't say next time, but one of these days we will.
One of these days, we're
One
going to
of
do it
these days.
backwards.
Yeah.
I like
And then
it.
we'll throw it off completely and we'll start with Shelley.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Crazy talk now.
Crazy.
Tammy will forget her name again. She won't know what to do.
I won't. I'm like, this is too much.
We'll start out with her and she'll say my name because she won't know what to do.
What to
There
do.
you go. But you got to get your jazz hands. If she does that, then you have to have your jazz hands ready like Tammy does.
Yeah.
Sure. For sure. All right, guys. So last week we talked about what our business was, the business behind our success. And now we want to talk about how we went from broke to something. Broke to believing is what we want to talk about today. So we have a whole series of these that we're going to come out with, guys, and I am super excited about them. Now, one of the things I want to talk about is there's most of us, we weren't completely broke. We just wanted extra income.
Mm-hmm.
Shelley, on the other hand, she lost her job, so she was kind of a little more brokish than the rest of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, like we went from that season of our life to this season of our life where we were a little concerned to maybe not so much. But that's a money thing. There's other parts of being broke.
Yes.
We can talk about being emotionally broke, mentally drained.
Mm-hmm.
Think about all of the times that we spent in other people's jobs, helping other people do well, making money for other people. Of course, we got our paycheck, but ultimately we were making money for somebody else. Before I became a teacher, I worked in insurance. Man, those CEOs, they loved us because we were making money hand over fist. In education, of course, we weren't making anybody money, but we were making new business owners. That's what we were.
I don't know. You still had a superintendent, right?
Right. Well, yeah, I was making him money because, oh my gosh,
that was getting paid more than you.
Yeah. If you ever want to really irritate yourself, go look and find out how much the superintendent for your school district makes.
It's rough.
It's nauseating.
Yeah.
Nauseating.
All right. So I want to normalize this. People starting their own business at any time in their life. They could do it when they're 18. They could do it when they're 80. Right? And carrying that through with following through, even though they have doubt, even though they have fear, even though they have that whole thing about, but should I?
Yeah.
Right? What are your thoughts on that?
Why shouldn't they? That's what my big thought is that I had a friend of mine, that I've known for years, ask me, am I too old to start this business? No, you're not. Let's go if you want to do it. And she would be amazing at it, but she just doesn't have enough courage to do it. And you just need that courage, that first step, and then things will just fall into place. Yeah, right. For sure. Yeah.
When I was in cosmetology school, I remember them telling us, so, you go through like the back classroom, the basics, the theory of being a cosmetologist. And then eventually you get moved out onto the clinic floor where you're, starting to actually do hair. And every time you learned something new, you went through that same process. You had your theory in the back classroom, and then you had your practical out on the floor working on fellow students, clients, people that came in that paid a reduced price, knowing that there was a possibility you could really jack something up for them, right? I remember the teachers always saying, just fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it, and I don't want anybody really actually faking anything, but we're talking about that courage, that boldness, that ability to step out there. What I love about this business, and it's network marketing in general, but our business, you get to borrow someone else's courage. You get to borrow their story. You get that evidence because of the people that we get to work alongside and partner with. Like, you don't have to have the courage. We've got it for you. Like, partner with us, tag along with us. You will eventually have our courage. You will literally have our courage one day.
Yes.
Yep. And the belief that this is working. And my probably the best person that I love talking to, well, I shouldn't say that because I love talking to all of them, but a 20-some-year-old. Yeah,
Us?
I know. Us, we love to talk to everybody, but a 27
She
or
loves me
20
more.
some, yeah, 20-some-year-old that is just starting, their life. And then they get introduced to this business, and then it's like they feel it, that's the ones that feel it. And I've actually had a couple here in the last few days, and that's exciting if we had this business when we were early 20s, this particular one, because this is a lifetime business for us, for all three of us. So yeah.
Life
Agreed.
would have been different. But sometimes it just takes that first email notification that you have money. That's the belief. Like, just go get that first payment. That is the belief.
Yes. Yep. For sure.
Yep. We all have that internal struggle too. Like I will say, whenever I first started, just still had that self-doubt until we had that light bulb moment, right? Like, who am I to be doing this? Or am I too old to do this? Or should I even do this? All of those things happen, right? There is fear in everything you do. Anybody that got a new job. When I got my first classroom as a teacher, I was terrified. But after I went through that first day, I was like, you know what? That's not so bad. I'm sure, Shelley, when you cut that first person's hair, you were like terrified.
I wish the people on Spotify or wherever could see my face. You guys, I ran to the bathroom to get sick. I was so dang nervous. Someone's self-esteem, someone's ability to go out into public does not count. It doesn't depend on me now. I just get to have conversations.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So all I'm saying is that every one of us started a job at one time. Tammy started a job in an airport without knowing what the outcome would be. She just knew that she was going to go to work.
Yeah.
So why not have the belief that you could start a business and earn some money? Why not?
Believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself.
Yeah.
And I have been one of those people that I was always searching for something to do for for myself, to build a business, to do this, because I did not like working for anybody. And that is, and a lot of people don't have that, but we need to switch our mindset. A lot of people need to have it that way. And I know that we've come a long way since COVID, obviously, in the way that we think, but there's so much more to go. So much more to go because, I'm sick of watching these big CEOs and owners of these companies and airlines are terrible and making all of this money. And why not just get a little piece of that? You know what I mean? I mean, just a little piece of your own corporate America, your own, that's your own business. It's so exciting.
Right.
And as we talk about this and we're saying, like, believe in yourself and borrow our courage and get a taste of this. I know this business is not for everybody. I know network marketing is not for everybody. We've got a couple kids that I can't even imagine them ever being able to do this. And it's just because of the way they're wired. But they've had a taste of it.
Yeah.
They watch me. We have conversations about it. They've asked questions. We know it's not for them. If you are somebody that is out there and you've never had a conversation, this may or may not be for you, but you don't know until you ask the questions. And you don't know until you talk with somebody. Talk to us.
But I highly encourage you to not enter into that conversation saying it's not for me.
Yes. No. Yes.
I mean, that's exactly it. You need to have an open mind. And unfortunately, just because our parents are the ones that they were taught, at least my parents were taught, go get a job, work 40 years, retire, die, whatever.
Shoot,
And
my dad was mad he only made it to 35 years and they made him retire because of his health. Like he
his
was
health,
mad. 35
yeah,
years at one place.
I mean, seriously. And so it's like from that generation to our generation to the other generations coming in behind us, it's definitely changed. Come in with that open mind and that free spirit. I mean, things can change. Your life can change. Do
Mhm.
not depend on the corporate America to make your dreams come true. Do it
No.
yourself.
Yeah,
That's the exciting part.
I agree. And have you ever felt in that moment of tired of being stuck or tired
Oh,
of like shrinking to conform to everybody else and what we're supposed to do for them, or I'm tired of believing that I can only do this.
yeah.
I was meant for more. That's the
And I was,
question you need to ask yourself.
yes,
Are you
I
meant
was
for
meant for
more?
more.
I am 100% meant for more.
I am 110%. We're right there. We're all three of us are like that for sure.
Yes. Yes. One of the things that Tammy and I have talked a lot about, we've actually been training on recently. That's one of the beautiful things is that we like to do trainings. But we've talked about that fear and stepping out, just taking that first step gets you through fear, and consistency brings confidence and all of those things. We're here to support you, right?
Well, and I go back to when I was right out of high school. I did not go to college, but I went right into the workforce, and that was my mindset is that I had to work, I had to work, I had to work. And somebody opened up the opportunity to me in direct sales. And I remember doing my first presentation, literally. I think we talked about this before, where it's candles, and I was shaking. Do it. Do it shaking. Do it until you get not shaking anymore. And
Nice.
and that's what you have to do is just do it scared. Do it scared.
Right.
You never know until you know.
Right.
You
Because
won't be scared.
confidence isn't a personality trait, it's actually a decision to do things daily.
Yes.
What were you going to say, Shelley? I'm sorry, I cut
You
you
won't be
off.
scared forever, I promise.
No,
No.
no,
Some people never are. Some people it's, one time. Some people it's a month. Some people it's a year. Eventually, you won't be scared anymore.
right.
Yeah.
I agree. And having unshakable faith, that's another thing, that positive mindset. Because this is something I taught with my kids and my children that I gave birth to and raised, or my students that I taught, is that our faith in what we do. If we say we can, we will. If we say we can't, we won't. If we look for nothing but the negatives, we'll see only the negatives. If we look through the positives, we'll find them. So have faith that what you do is something that you can do, right? You've got people here that are helping you. All three of us. You join
Yeah.
one of us, you get all three of us. It's a
You just get all of
Right.
us.
Literally.
Or a
whether you
trio.
want us or not.
Yeah.
So it's the small wins, it's the big wins, it's the consistency through everything.
Yeah.
So,
And just real quick, because we're talking about broke, broke, broke. What does that really mean? And if you're out there and you're suffering, I actually suffered that in my 20s, that I didn't even have $20 to my name. And can't do this anymore, but I literally wrote a bad check so I could have $20 cash back. They didn't do anything like that. But if you are broke and you're doing the same thing over and over and over and not changing, you're going to get the same results.
yes,
Get out there and do something different. And that's what I did. And I mean, I'm not rich, but I'm comfortable now.
right.
On my way to rich, right? On my way to rich. That belief.
Yes.
I don't know.
That belief.
Define rich. I think we're all rich
Oh,
between
I
our
feel we are.
families and our
Yes.
freedom to make our own decisions and control our time and
Yes.
I just did a
travel like we
training a couple
do.
of nights ago that said act as if.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
act as if. Act as if you are.
okay.
Um, But I will tell you, that's another one of those things that I used to tell my students. How many times are you going to walk into a brick wall before you take a step back and say, "Ooh, where's the door?" Because that really
That
hurt.
hurt.
Mhm.
So my kids
That
and my
hurt.
students, they all get to hear that. And
I
whenever
love
they
that.
listen to this, they'll be like, "Oh my gosh," roll their eyes but I will tell you that my oldest one, my 30-year-old, he quotes me all the time now on all these little things that I say.
Ooh,
That's
yay.
funny. Ooh, that's when you know you're cool, Mom.
Yes. I
Entire,
don't know if it's
I,
because he hit 30 or if it's what, but
yeah,
I digress.
yeah,
So the big thing that we want to help people do is break the cycle of self-doubt, the imposter syndrome, the I shouldn't, I couldn't, why can't I, how can it be me? We want to break that cycle and help you know that, you know what, should have all the confidence. You
yeah,
act as if
yes.
you are exactly what you're doing is what you should be doing. What are your last and final thoughts, I guess, on that part of it?
So it truly is, and we say this a lot, is that the the journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step.
Yes.
So, and um, stop with the limiting beliefs. The sky's the limit. And that's exactly what it is. If you want to change your life, there's avenues to change your life. You just have to step out that one
Yes.
step.
And you
Yeah.
don't even have to want to change your life. Maybe you just want a little bit more.
Yeah.
You want to plan ahead for what's next. You need that side piece, like that side gig, like Amy, needed when she was still teaching. It
Yes.
it doesn't have to completely change everything, but
No.
it can add to what you're already doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
100%.
whatever that is, whatever that money that you need to add to it, take an extra a few trips. You like how I said that? Extra
A
few
few.
trips a year, or buy extra Christmas presents, whatever that
Yep.
is.
Yep.
This is an avenue to help.
I started this business so I could take 2 cruises a year. I had a limiting belief because then I took 7 cruises 2 years
Uh,
later in 1 year.
yes.
In one
Yeah.
year.
1 year.
Yes. So don't let your limiting belief block you from being able to do what you want to do in your life. Um, Release the old identity. That's huge. Just release your old identity. Reinvent yourself. Reinvent yourself. You don't have to be that same person that keeps working for somebody else consistently and constantly. Of course, we're not telling you to go out and quit your job, but you
Oh
could
gosh, no.
definitely add this to it and
Yeah.
make a plan, like Shelley said, make this your plan B. Maybe this is your retirement plan so that you can retire at 51. Was I 51? 51 or 52? I can't remember. So, yeah, I get to make that choice. I don't even know how old I am right now. And Andrew's
You're
rolling his
cracking
eyes
me
as
up.
he's walking, listening to this. And
He's like, "Are you serious, Amy? Come on.
You
How
are
old are you, Amy?
53.
You're
yeah,
53."
okay, good. So I think it was,
So you're 51.
Yeah.
I was
You had
51.
just
Yeah.
turned 51.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. That is true. That is true.
I'm so glad Tammy and I know you so well.
Yes.
I'm glad you
I'm
guys
so,
do
I'm
because
so
now
happy
you can
about that.
answer that age-old question. How old am I?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys. So
Oh,
do
and
we
by
have
the way, as we're talking about, aging, happy belated birthday, Tammy.
Oh,
You
thank
Yes,
just had a
you.
yes,
Yay,
birthday.
I did.
yes.
Yay.
All right. So are there any other parting words that you would like to say about this from broke to belief?
Just ask us. Just reach out, comment, reach out to us. Like, we would love to talk with you. No pressure, no expectations, just to help you
Information.
learn what your extra could be.
Mhm.
I love that. I like
Yes. So let me
that.
say this one last thing because I think it's kind of profound. I'm going to remind you all, right, that transformation starts with one decision. One decision. And if you don't have the belief in yourself, that's all right. We have it for you until you can believe in yourself.
Yep.
So give us a drop us a little comment in the box below. We will definitely love to help you out with any of that information. Do you have anything else, Tammy?
Nope.
Nope.
That was a mic drop for both of you.
Mic drop.
All right. Done.
All right. So as always, if you've enjoyed this episode and you want to make sure that you can learn more, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button right there so you can follow us, and then you will never miss any of our adventures. So as always, thank you for joining us on this wild and beautiful journey. Until next time, exploring everybody. Talk to you
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Bye.